First quick look here at the Google Pixel XL2, or Pixel 2 XL, I'm sorry. It's one of the two, I believe 2XL. Anyway, if you watched the presentation today, you've heard a lot about it, but I'll give you just kind of a rundown on things that I've noticed so far looking at it. I mean, you've got a pretty basic setup with Android Oreo here. The settings menu does look like it has some minor tweaks going on. As far as features and everything go, as you probably know, software-wise, this phone doesn't add a lot to the table, other than a few things that we could discuss, but one of which won't work right now. It does have always-on listening and an always-on display mode. So if you, let's see if it turns off, there we go. You can see always on display is active. Now we'll always be listening for music. I'm not sure if you can toggle that. I haven't been able to get deep enough into the settings to trigger it, but that will appear on the always on display when it detects a song it knows. Now you've also got here, it's probably going to be hard to tell on this video, but one of Google's new live wallpapers on the home screen, as well as a redesigned launcher. So the live wallpaper, it's actually, you can see the waves crashing and everything. It's pretty beautiful. As far as the home screen, we've seen some pretty major changes as far as the interface goes. We've got a widget up here that shows your appointments, the weather, and there may be other contextual data that shows up here that we just haven't seen yet. So if you tap the appointment, it brings up your calendar, which I think is pretty handy. And Google has moved the search widget down to the bottom of the phone, which I think for something this tall does make a lot of sense ergonomically. It's just easier to access that way. Same pull-up or swipe-up app drawer. You've got the redesigned pill-style search bar in the app drawer there to search through your apps, notification dots, all the kind of standard Oreo stuff you would expect. This is running Android 8.0, so there is no 8.1 as far as I'm aware just yet. So there's that. As far as other software changes, you can now squeeze to activate the assistant. So it works. It's just like HTC's Edge Sense on the U11. You just squeeze the phone. You can adjust the squeeze intensity. Let me pull it up in settings here for you so you can see. Active. I'm actually typing this wrong, aren't I? I'm going to have to look over. Active Edge. So as you can see, there's settings here. So you squeeze to activate the assistant. It'll work when the screen is off. And you can also squeeze to silence your phone, which I guess could be useful. You can adjust the intensity required for the Active Edge in the settings here. It doesn't do anything else. I know HTC has said they have a lot more ambition for EdgeSense in their future phones. Maybe Google will add more stuff for Active Edge in the future. I'm not really sure. The camera may be another point you're kind of interested in. There is a portrait mode you can see right here. This isn't really a great environment to test it, but it's there. The camera app, though, looks largely unchanged. It launches very quickly, as you'd expect with the Google Pixel. I mean, I'll turn the screen off here and do a quick launch for you. And it's, yeah, really, really fast, just like it was on the original Pixels. As far as specifications, Google is pretty light on details today, but we're pretty sure we know that these phones have Snapdragon 835 processors, 4 gigabytes of RAM. They'll work on all 4 carriers here in the US. They do have eSIMs, so you'll be able to activate them on carriers just electronically over the web. There is a traditional SIM slot, however, if you do want to use a regular SIM. Obviously, there still kind of has to be one in order for that concept to work in other countries. So that still is there. I'm not sure if you can see it on the edge. No headphone jack, as you guys probably already knew, and obviously no one up top there. The camera this year does have optical image stabilization out back, which is a very welcome change. Hopefully Google has managed to integrate that into its video stabilization algorithm, which is electronic, to even further smooth out video, maybe in a more natural way. Like I said, we've just been playing with the phone for a few minutes.